Hey. Call. Fucking Doctah. Date. January 28th, 2017. The Doctor is a nearly enigmatic figure who is at this point in time Lorne's biggest romantic rival in the competition for Ramona's heart. He's described to Lorne as a very physically attractive and financially successful man around the same age as Ramona. In his late 20s, it has previously been made clear that the Doctor is interested in dating Ramona. Tensions have risen between the Doctor and Lorne to an extreme degree. Lorne is a very jealous man, and this call demonstrates that distinctly. You're going to want to stay tuned for this episode.
Hello everyone, this is the first episode of Stomach Turning Thrush, taking a look at something that Trevor and I have been interested in for a really long time now.
Over a year easily.
A guy named Lorne Armstrong, who I'm assuming anyone who's watching this is probably at least slightly familiar with To Catch a Predator and Lorne Armstrong, if you're watching anything to do with Lorne Armstrong.
Big role model of mine, by the way. Lorne is my role model, by the way.
We've all learned a lot of life lessons from Lorne, positive, for better, for worse. I think mostly for the better, of course. But today we're going to be taking a look at a call. I think this is a good kind of consummate Lorne rage out about the Doctor. And, of course, this was his first real catfish named Ramona, who we all love. So we're going to go ahead and get into it.
There's no better way to. I can't think of any better way to start off such a momentous introduction to the a Lorne-styled series.
This is, I mean, there's a lot of Lorne rage-outs, but I think this is very much a seminal Lorne rage-out. It's really his first, to my knowledge, it's his first major competitor. It's the first guy that he really got jealous at in the catfish arc. So if no one has anything else to say, we'll get started.
Let's start it.
All right, let's go. Start from the beginning. Ring. Ring, ring.
Ring, ring, cunt.
Hi.
Lorne?
Can you hear me?
Not really.
Can you hear me?
Peak
Yeah.
Lorne Bluetooth headset. And probably just standing, just naked, in the middle of his trailer,
Why
standing
did
by the
you
stove.
not answer any of
Yeah, I guess we should describe that Jay here isn't quite as familiar with the entire mythology of Lorne as we are. So
I
don't
just
know.
like the fact that he can wade through a 30 rack in one night and he talks to underage. Well, not that second part, I guess. It's cool that he drinks a lot and smokes Marlboros. That's about all I know.
There's no way he affords Marlboros. He buys,
yeah,
he
it's
buys like,
Pall
what do they
Malls.
call, like score 20s or whatever. Just
Evil 20s,
the
yeah.
bottom, like the bottom of the barrel.
He can't even afford Camels.
Unfiltered
Yeah.
cigarettes. He eats the filters.
But I don't think Jay knows that this is that Lorne is pretty much always naked. We know this from all the litany of images and videos that he sends.
He's completely obsessed with not wearing clothes. There's probably nothing. There's nothing he's more adverse to than if he's in some kind of situation where he's not going to be arrested. He's naked and he's drinking beer.
There's images of him naked online.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna have to look at those after this.
there's terabytes of images.
If you gain access to the dump, it's like, that's kind of what everyone says. There's a large image folder. Anyone who recommends the dump to you. All right, here's the have fun with the calls. Don't go to the images folder.
Yeah, well, we're gonna look at those after the show.
Yeah, you just wouldn't dare. And that's how we're listening to the calls, is in the dump. But and even when Lorne was arrested, he
Thanks, clobbering time.
thank you, Clobber. And even when Lorne was arrested, he was naked. And
When he was arrested?
Yeah, and the police officer saw him through the, like, walked up to this.
Was that the story of him? Like, I don't know if that was the time Ramona. People were just hammering his local sheriff's office with this
They said
man.
he was gonna kill himself.
They said he was going to kill himself, and they bust. And well, I think it was another time he, a big part of his probation. He's not allowed to drink after driving drunk a number of times. So he I don't know if you heard this one. The cops show up for whatever reason. He's completely naked, wearing nothing but his cell phone Bluetooth, retarded headset. And they catch him. They see him through the
A's hat.
yeah, they see him through the window shoveling Bud Light cans into a bag of dog food in order
To try to hide
them.
it?
And he didn't get away. He didn't have a good time that day.
So when they arrested him then, so like as far as I know, I'm kind of a newbie. This mythology goes way past the TCAP thing. So like they.
Oh
saw,
yeah.
They
He actually didn't get arrested, but someone called the cops to his house.
So and this was like way after TCAP. What is he in, like a trailer in Kentucky?
He lives in Maine. He lives in Cornville, Maine, and
Interesting.
he's not allowed to drink. It's part of his probation since the court decided that drinking was one of the major reasons that he offended in the To Catch a Predator case. And obviously he's a lifetime registered sex offender. All of this stuff.
He can't leave Maine. He can't leave. One of the big things. This is a big setup for all of this catfishing stuff. They're always invariably outside of Maine, usually California or Florida. I think the latest ones were from Florida. Ramona's from Pennsylvania or Maryland.
No, Ramona's from Maryland.
Okay,
I think she's
Maryland.
from Baltimore.
And these
Okay,
multiple,
Baltimore.
they're just catfishing him, and he's dumb enough to believe that these multiple people want to be with him and fuck him.
Well, he hangs on to okay, if you Ramona specifically had it was a pretty good tactic of if you can do these things that make you anything more than completely subhuman, then I'll come to Maine and I'll hang out with you or whatever. And I mean, it was one of the anyone who knows anything about Lorne knows he's not going to do that stuff. But he needs some kind of he needs a woman to push him along. I mean, it wouldn't work anyway. But he says, "Oh well, I'll stop drinking and I'll stop smoking, driving drunk.
When you get here.
When you get here and help me through my problems for me, I can't improve myself." So anyway, it's just a complete never-ending cycle of if you fix yourself, then I'll come and see you, and he never does. So that's why he
Seems
keeps
like
going
a
for so
high
long.
IQ
This went
kinda
on for what, 8 months? The Ramona thing, 8 months, I think.
Oh yeah, maybe longer than that.
Good
Especially,
God.
and that's just when she was Ramona. And obviously, she came out to him as a catfish and said, "All of this has been fake. None of this has been real. We've been messing with you this whole time." And he still kept calling her and taking her calls. And he still tried to get
It
her
was just
to.
one of those things. Well, she's kept talking to me this long, and I'm Lorne Armstrong. I'm the most charming guy in the world.
She must have feelings for me at this point.
It makes sense with an IQ of probably over 75, maybe.
Yeah, I mean that might be generous, but
Yeah.
but yeah, at this point,
Some wicked fetal alcohol syndrome.
most likely, and he's a virgin. But and at this point, he is calling Ramona about the doctor because Ramona has not been answering his calls, I think, and it's because of the doctor. So we'll hear a little more about it.
My fucking calls.
Lord, I just wanted to have fun with my friends.
With the doctor.
Lauren, the doctor is just one of several people who are here.
Well, here the motherfucker is still fucking there.
Yes.
Son of
Yeah, and it can be noted that the entire call, you can hear him throwing like Bud Light cans. You can hear if you listen for it. You can hear him. He's still there, and you can hear him clinking together. He's probably an 18-pack in right now.
a fucking bitch. Jesus fucking Christ. You gotta be fucking kidding me. The whole fucking time, all my calls got fucking ignored from you. because the doctor was there. It's fucking cute. And it's fucking great. You ignore my calls because of that fucking piece of shit.
Lorne, I just wanted to have fun with my friends.
Listen to me! You ignored my calls because of that piece of
How
shit.
old is Lorne in this clip?
48.
I just wanted to have fun with
Yeah,
my
he had to have
friends.
been late 40s.
So a
Don't
48-year-old
fucking
is
tell me that.
trashed on the
You're
phone with a
speaking
catfish
very
probably
fucking
that said she was
low,
in her 20s,
which means
sobbing
you don't want
and
the
screaming,
doctor
destroying his
in you.
trailer.
Well, it's
That's
illegal
not
for him to even
true.
drink.
Exactly, that's deplorable.
You don't fucking want me. You want the fucking doctor.
Well, it's always the doctor.
Lorne,
His
what
name
are
is
you
never
talking about?
disclosed.
Yeah, I don't think his name is ever given.
Hello?
I want you to get that fucking doctor right next to you.
Get him next to you. Get him.
And I want you to tell him
Lauren's gonna give him. Lauren's gonna
right
tell him.
here
Who's
with
the
me.
doctor? Who the fuck
that
is
you
that?
want-
He's someone, I think he's someone that Ramona works with. And, you know, Ramona, she's described as like a really kind of well-off black woman who is like found Lorne just from the registered the sex offender registry.
So she saw him on the main saw him on the main RSO registry. Oh, I thought he was cute, so I give him a call. Very believable. I believe it.
Oh, very believable, especially with that hairline.
Yeah, with that great mane.
That horseshoe, that irresistible horseshoe.
But the doctor is someone who I think worked with Ramona, or maybe was treating her. But one way or another,
And he thinks Ramona's like fucking this doctor, so he's just insanely jealous.
yeah.
One thing you will definitely find this out about Lorne. If he is dating a woman or believes he's dating a woman, then there can't be. It's not just like, you know, you can't hang out with. It's like if there is another guy within the peripheral, like, you know, sphere of your life, that's out of bounds. That is just, you're cheating.
You're crossing lines that I don't approve of. Yeah, he says that with every single one. Every single catfish is he's never trusted anyone more. He's never felt like this about anyone.
But also, every single one is constantly cheating. You know, it's very, it's quite a conundrum of Lorne's brain.
You have to beg the question. This guy might be some sort of raging schizophrenic.
He's definitely I think probably has NPD.
Oh, by far, yeah. Especially being 48, still acting. I mean, he has the brain of a fucking 16-year-old.
Oh yeah, probably.
Some would say way lower. Some would say he's, intelligence. He's like basic adult level. Probably like, he can do a job. He can drive a car and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
emotionally, he hasn't aged past 12.
No, it's like he's autistic or something.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, obviously we could go into, him, why he was attracted to Kayla and all that. I don't think we really need to go into, like, why we know who Lorne is, at least in this one. But that's a big, probably a big reason why he is so attracted to girls who are less than, a quarter of his age, or,
Well, I mean, I think every single one has been at least half his age. Has been about half his age.
Yeah, there hasn't been one above the age of,
I
like,
think when he was the oldest and she was 29 or 30.
yeah, like 29 when they met.
That's pretty old for his standards.
Oh yeah, he would prefer, ideally, I mean, he'll take anyone.
But a crisp 12-year-old would probably work out the best for Lorne.
Oh yeah, just wait till we get to the Rhoda saga.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
That's all I'll say about that.
Want me, and you don't want him.
Lorne, calm down.
Don't fucking do that.
Lorne, calm down.
Look what you're fucking doing. You're sacrificing you and me because of that piece of shit. Do you want to lose me?
No.
Because you're
You're on
fucking
the
on the
verge.
verge.
Effing on the verge. Oh, man.
I am tired of that motherfucker.
I've heard that so many times.
You don't fucking understand that or what? We fucking tell that cocksucker for too fucking long, and I'm fucking tired of it. You're gonna lose me because of him.
Lorne,
That's
You
always a
what?
threat. That Lorne.
That's what I was thinking. Who the fuck cares if you lost? What does he have to offer? An '08 Saturn or '02 Saturn in a trailer with a bunch of Budweiser?
That's
Oh,
really
you should-
that's about to fall apart. No, yeah, exactly. That's you will hear this over and over again. If you do this, you're gonna lose me. That's his presence. Is revoking his presence to him is the greatest possible threat you can inflict on someone. It's like he really doesn't have anything else to you're gonna lose me. But I mean, just the fact that he thinks that's such a huge threat also is like it's like it goes beyond the not having anything. It's like what you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose getting a call from me. You're gonna lose getting drunk voicemails. You're gonna lose getting 10 drunk voicemails a night of me screaming at you, calling you an F and C word.
Yeah, it's not even like it's a bad relationship, but there's like a monetary gain for the woman, or there's a real relationship there to lose. The only thing to lose is like being on the phone for 14 hours a day.
That's what I would equate that to saying oh, you got a splinter? I'm gonna take it out. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not-
exactly.
That's not. There's no fucking threat. They have nothing to lose from that.
God, please. He's threatening her with the relief.
Yeah,
of,
threatening her with the relief of losing him and finding joy once again in life.
not that he would ever.
No.
No,
Always a completely empty. He's always the one hanging on for dear life. When these things come to an end. Even when he knows that she's been lying to him the whole time.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Want him or do you want me?
you.
Tell me. I want you to fucking tell me right now. Do you want him or do you want me?
You.
Does he get his fucking ass in here, in that same room as you,
And they're with- well,
right
that might be
now?
difficult considering he's not
He's
real.
fucking getting right there with you. And I want you right there and him right there, and I want you to stay there.
Lorne, I don't want any confrontation. I will.
I don't give a fuck, because you're not caring about my feelings.
Lorne, I would tell him.
Lord's feelings are the most important thing in the world.
You gotta fucking do it right now.
Lorne,
I want this motherfucker out of our lives right
Out of
now.
our li- Another hit, another greatest hit right there. A Star is Born. Get him out of our lives.
Well, he said that. He said something approaching that in the chat log with Kayla. He definitely said about because I don't know if you know, in the chat log with Kayla there was a character named Derek who was introduced, who was kind of Kayla's ex-boyfriend, and
Are you talking about the TCAP, Kayla?
yeah.
Oh, see, I thought I knew a decent amount about that chat log, but I had no idea about the Derek guy.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the longest chat log ever. It's massive, and there's so much. I mean, there's really not as much as you might think there is, going by how long it is, but a lot of it is the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, no, I know about Mr. Penis and Mrs. Vag. I really want to get to that as soon as we can.
I know, or everyone knows, because that's how special you are to me, and that's how much I love you.
I wish I
But-
could marry you right now.
And that was like 3 days in to the month-long conversation.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm confused about is what time is this call? Like, does he want this bitch to go find the doctor that he thinks she's fucking and wake him up, get him
Yeah.
on the phone, and like say fuck you to him with Lorne on the phone? That's
Yeah.
absurdity.
Well, this is also something that will come up again and again and again. He seems like he fully believes that he has like total control of this other situation. It's like a lot of people equate it to I've heard very very aptly put, like he's like playing house. It's like he's playing with dolls and action figures, and like, okay, now you bring him in this, you bring him into here, and you go do this. He's very much like it's like he's playing out this whole scenario in his mind where he's the he's this complete boyfriend, but also like god of this fake story. But
Yeah, and he kind of has
weird.
to.
It's very weird.
He kind of has to be in order to have any control, because he's not there. He can't really do anything physically.
And he acts like he's a ladies' man. Like he acts like he looks like Christian Bale from American Psycho. Like He doesn't have money. He doesn't have looks. He doesn't have a body. Like, well,
Yeah, he looks exactly like Justin Timberlake.
That's another thing that'll come. I know a lot of people will say like he's just I think he seriously. I know I'm good. This comes up too. I think with the Winnie stuff. I know I'm good looking. I don't need you to tell me that. It's like dude. Maybe 1987, but I think the 10 Bud Lights, 20 Bud Lights, a night, and chain smoking, sucking down, bottom shelf cigarettes for 50 years straight is not helping you.
Yeah, on top of like nonstop sexual deviancy and just an overall unhealthy lifestyle, and it's like the fact, and also most like well-adjusted guys who are in that age bracket really aren't putting a lot of stock in like how much, like caring about how much how they look anyway. I don't know.
Well, yeah, when you're most guys are married to have a career. It's not really like it's not your biggest concern.
Yeah.
Hey, I guess if I was 50 and job hopping, I'd be a little vain, but I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think, for most men, I think most men's brain stops developing at around 30. Lorne's is still developing. He has at least another 20 years before he is mentally like 22. So it's like it's going to take him a lot longer.
Yeah, I mean, he still has years before he's like a newborn. I think he's still in the womb.
Well, it's just this endless like prepubescent like middle school relationship mindset that just keeps going on and on. It just keeps repeating of the you're effing cheating on me. You're this. I want to talk to you 2 hours. Fall asleep on the phone with you and just nonsense that like if you expose this to anyone else his age who's had a relatively normal life, it's just so bizarre. And that's why it's lasted so long. We wouldn't be listening to this otherwise.
Yeah, and he's still being called to this day. It's incredible, and still giving reactions as good or better than ever.
I'm not fucking waiting. I'm tired of it.
Lorne.
I fucking stressed too fucking much and I'm fucking hurt. All fucking day I've been hurt because of that cocksucker. And I'm fucking tired of it.
Lorne.
Get him in there now.
Lorne, calm down.
No, Ramona, I'm fucking tired of it.
Lorne,
I always really wish that we could see his face during some of these. I wish that he would. I mean, with the amount of videos and photos that he sends, it's too bad that there's really none that are during the crying, raging mode. The only one I can think of is the Rod one, where he's yelling at Jamie, and
Cry right now.
you got me ready to cry right now because I can't believe what's going on with Rod. We'll get to some of the Rod calls soon.
want to make a big scene.
I fucking cried to Tony and Wendy tonight because of that fucking cocksucker.
He has to be smashed in this. There's no way he's not completely drunk.
Yeah, he's drunk in most of the really good ones. I mean, there's a few really good ones where he's sober. But do you know Tony and Wendy, the whole story with them?
No, I don't think I've heard about that.
They're like his friends that I guess they're really what I can think of his only like non-family like friends, because the only other people that you can really think of that are really with him in real life that he interacts with are his mom and his brother Roy.
And Elton to a lesser degree, and also his parole officer, and people in his sex offender class. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty slim.
Yeah, he's pretty isolated, but Roy, is his brother, who's pretty insane. He seems like a lot more of a genuinely decent guy, but he's also like 10 times worse of an alcoholic than Lorne is. He's
so
like,
what's he drink 2 cases a night, 60 beers a day?
he drinks a lot. He drinks a lot. Lorne drinks like 60 cases a week. Roy drinks like 60 cases a night. There's a great one. Hopefully we'll get to it where he's Roy falls asleep in Lorne's driveway or whatever it is in the trailer with
Are we good?
Okay, he falls asleep with his head passes out with his head on the horn. And you can just hear over Lorne's headset. That might be one of the that's one of the like top 5 angriest Lorne's ever gotten. And when he was screaming at Roy for passing out.
How dare you be a lazy drunk, Roy?
Yeah, how dare you get drunk? I mean, and he, when there was a time.
From Lorne, yeah.
There was a time when Roy was driving drunk, and Lorne knew about it, and Lorne called the cops on him.
Oh my! On your own brother.
Yeah, and
Hasn't Lorne gotten like 4 DUIs?
yeah, and then he went out driving drunk like the next week, and didn't Debbie like threaten to call the
I think
cops?
it was when I'm gonna call the effing cops. Don't you effing do it, you effing, He was so vindictive and so angry just at the idea. It was like, how would anyone do that to me? When he did that to his brother like the week prior or whatever. It was just amazing, incredible.
Yeah, but the whole thing with Tony and Wendy is just they're like his only kind of friends, but not really. They clearly don't like him, and but they only let him into the house because he comes over with beer. Like he buys like an 18-pack.
It's one of those situations. They won't let him on their property if he's not carrying like 24 packs.
Yeah, they'll just turn the lights off and pretend keep the door locked and pretend they're not home. And Tony is dead now, but I don't know what's going on with Wendy. But
I wonder how Tony died. That's sad.
yeah, I don't know. And there's a whole backstory with Tony, but that's kind of the basic gist is that Lorne doesn't even really like Tony and Wendy, and they certainly don't seem to really like him. But he just goes over there because they're kind of the only people that'll let him in, and they only let him in because he has beer.
They're trading their compassion for his beer, basically.
Yeah. He's in. I mean, like a lot of things with Lorne, it's totally transactional. There's not really any genuine emotion or anything.
Well, no, that's all he has to offer. How does he buy his beer, though? Where does he fucking work?
I don't know. Well, he's been a truck driver for a long time, which is like it seems like a common thing. He hops between truck driving jobs here and there.
How many fucking 8-year-olds he's picked up in his truck on the road?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's why. That's just one of the jobs. It's not like he can go be a teacher or a pastor.
Yeah. Or the teacher.
Yeah.
Mr. Armstrong.
I mean, he can't be anywhere in like a school zone, and he also can't go to a bar because.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, he can't be anywhere near alcohol, but also it's like, he can't work at like a Starbucks or something because kids come in there. It's one of those. He has to do a job where he's like isolated. He doesn't have any kind of degree or or anything like that. So yeah, that's pretty much his lifeblood.
I wonder if they let him work at Club Tabby.
Oh man.
I wonder if anyone
Yeah, I was gonna
nationally
say,
even knows what a Club Tabby or remembers what Club Tabby is.
Yeah, I wonder if
Can you
anyone.
imagine he comes- Hi, precious.
Oh man, you know what?
You are so sweet.
If you don't know what Club Tabby is, you need to go look that up. It'll make it a lot funnier.
I'm sure the people watching in Australia remember Club Tabby. I mean, it's basically a mall department store for young girls.
Club Tabby. You are so precious.
You are so precious. Can I smell your smegma?
Oh man, we might have to censor that.
Yeah.
Get that motherfucker in there now.
Oh, he's sobbing.
What did you cry to Tony?
Now.
Lorne, what did you cry
Yeah.
to Tony and Wendy about?
That fucking piece of shit that you
Lorne,
have
are
in
you
your
crying?
house. I don't want him out of your fucking house. I want him in that fucking room right now. I want you to tell him.
Lorne, please calm down. I don't want to make a
No.
I don't want to make a scene in front of my friends.
You better find a fucking way to tell him tomorrow. That's as far as it's fucking going. If you don't fucking tell him tomorrow, then I'm fucking leaving because I'm not dealing with that fucking bullshit.
It's funny, like whenever he says leaving, as if they live in the same house or something. But really, all he's referring to is not calling for maybe a week or two.
I think Lorne's weeping like his actual, he's not talking about crying as in like just being being said, I mean, I mean, you think of any man, any grown man, when you think of crying, you could probably count like on one hand, you know, how many times you've cried in the last year or 5 years even. You know, Lorne is like, you know, he drops the remote.
He's like Jimmy Kimmel.
And it also, you know, it just brings me joy, the idea of him stumbling, you know, into Tony and Wendy's, my fake girlfriend.
I'm sure Tony and Wendy were thrilled, like that he came in there crying about someone I'm sure they know is fake, because he's been getting catfish probably since before him and Tony knew each other.
Well, since before the TCAP sting, you know, Amanda James.
He was catfished before the TCAP sting.
Have you seen the full Holy Grail? You know, the full you know, like 4-panel long version of the Chris Hansen interview.
Oh, that's essential.
Oh, the 4-panel? Are you talking about where he's sitting on the chair and he reclines? Yeah, no, I've seen that. I've seen that before, yeah.
Well, you know, he's like, I spent 3 years of my life talking to girls on the internet. And he talks about Amanda James. Getting taken advantage of, and then, like, as if that's like an excuse for
I didn't
the
realize
K-Lo
he
thing.
said that on the panel thing. I just remember him reclining and he had the fucking Boston hat on or whatever, and they mentioned something about it.
Yeah, I love when Shin's koala.
But anyway, this catfishing isn't pretty much its entire adult life. You can,
Oh yeah, and I mean Kayla is just one of the many, and he, you know, has actual underage victims that he tried to meet.
Didn't he go to the TCAP sting on his birthday too?
Yeah, his 37
I
today.
think that's a part of his mental decline. Is like that chat log was so long. Is like that he thought that was going to be his day of happiness and joy.
Oh, he was so excited.
that was the first day of the rest of his life.
Yeah,
You know?
and his birthday, and then he just descends into the ninth circle of hell.
Yeah, and he thought it was going to be the first day of his life. Like his life was finally going to be on the up and up after he, you know, scammed an old couple, and you know ran away.
I remember you told me about that not too long ago. That's fucking abhorrent.
Yeah, and like now he's going to start his whole new life as a country star, selling Beatles tickets.
I loved her first.
Such a great rendition. And he still does that too. He still sings on the phone.
He still sings that?
I don't know if he sings. I mean, he did a video singing that on his channel, but he still like sings over the phone and like there's a deluge of voicemails of him just singing and just
He's
screaming.
probably a better guitar player than I am. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean probably.
Yeah, he looks better than Brad Pitt.
Yeah, that's what there was a call with Winnie.
No, I hear he looks like Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, there was a call with Winnie where he said he looks like Justin. He said the two people he gets compared to are Matthew Broderick and Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake, the fucking from Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Was it NSYNC or Backstreet?
Or NSYNC.
Yeah, in sync.
Okay.
And
Yes, it's like, what are you talking about? He has curly blonde hair.
Yeah. And he's like, Justin Timberlake's like 6 foot, isn't he? How tall is Lorne? Like 5'8"? Yeah.
5'8".
And his arms are.
Maybe.
He's got like little long.
T-Rex
He's got the
arms.
weirdest proportioned body you'll ever see.
Looks like a fucking retard.
I mean, look at his face. You know, pull up a picture. His ears are a full like 5 inches uneven.
He looks like Sloth.